What's up, everybody? This is your boy DC Black coming to you yet again with another movie review. And as you guys can see, the movie that I will be reviewing is Godzilla King of the Monsters. Now, just to give you guys a little background, I did see this movie a few days ago. I got some info to go see it ahead of time, a couple of days before the movie comes out, and so I was like, why not? Me and my wife went to go see it. Now, I'm not the biggest kaiju fan, but I do like them. I love almost every Godzilla I've watched. I've actually liked. Um, but this was really cool. This was an amazing movie. Um, it's not it's not some Oscar winning movie. There's not no super quotable stuff that's in this movie that you're just going to quote for forever in a day. But this is an amazing movie. I mean, you have kaiju, you have Godzilla as one of the kaiju, you have the kaiju fighting each other, you have cities being destroyed, you have some human interaction, and then you see these gargantuan, like Titan-like creatures fighting each other in local cities. And also, they show Detroit more than once, so at least we know in movies Detroit does exist. Um, but this movie was so good. Like, it was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed myself in watching this movie. This so I get why some people will complain about it, but my thing is, you come into a kaiju movie, you know what you're getting. Okay, this is not like that old Godzilla movie that came out when we were younger, when Godzilla was laying eggs inside of Times Square. That movie was whack. That's not Godzilla. Okay, that's somebody's iguana that they left in New York sewers that eventually grew giant size. No, this is you're coming to see kaiju fight each other. So, as Ken Watanabe said in the first one, let them fight. And that's what I'm coming to see. I want to see some Titan-like monsters fight each other. Okay? I didn't come here for a comedy, even though that's welcome. I didn't come to the movie to see drama between humans. I didn't even come to see the humans fight Godzilla. Don't really care too much for that, because in real life, if a monster like Godzilla or any of these creatures, we tried to fight them, we would get stomped out. But I came to see the kaiju fight each other. Okay, I want to see Godzilla fight Rodan. Okay, I want to see King Ghidorah literally strike somebody with lightning and like dust them. Okay, that's what I came to see, and this movie did not disappoint. I'm not. This is gonna be a spoiler free review. I'm not gonna spoil the movie for you, but this is really good. It had some really good kaiju fights. There were amazing fights. I think there are some there's at a point there's a point in this movie where and I'll just leave it at this, where you get a tag team match, and I was sold. The moment they set up the tag team match, I was sold. I was like, yes, sign, yes, here's my money. Here's my money to come see this movie again, even though I can't came for free, because I'm sold. This is all I needed to see. The effects of how the monsters looked were amazing. Godzilla at times looked a little weird, because it's like, I don't know. It's like Godzilla don't have a. It's like his neck. He don't have no shoulders. It's really weird. Like, there were moments when I saw him, it's like, why is his head so big? Like, Godzilla. It's like when I saw it, I was like, it took me a while to realize, like, dang, Godzilla looked like he been bench pressing. While between the first one and this one, looks like Godzilla been lifting weights, and he ain't for them games. He been on that prison yard lifting weights, and he ready to give Ghidorah that work. And speaking of Ghidorah, I love what they did with Ghidorah. I love there's some things with Ghidorah that you guys will see. That if you hopefully you guys pick up on it. With the three heads, I think that was really awesome to do. I love his power set. Like this dude could, as you can see on the poster, shoots freaking lightning out of his mouth. It's a dragon that can shoot lightning out of his mouth. Okay, there's nothing else I need to see. Um, Rodan, Rodan was cool. I liked how they showed him flying because I could have picture in my mind if pterodactyls were still living. That's probably how they would fly. I don't think they would fly necessarily how they fly in Jurassic Park. I think it's like a fusion of the two. I think it's a fusion between Jurassic Park and Rodan. I think that's how they will fly because if even if you look at how fast he was, even how fast he was, and then when you watch the movie, you see how agile he is. He, I just picture, and then you look at birds now, like eagles, for instance, and hawks, and how agile they are when they fly. I can just see that that's how a pterodactyl will fly, and I love Rodan. Mothra was the most beautiful kaiju I've ever seen in my life. The look of her the look of her when she finally flew for the first time in the film, when she flew for the first time, that moment when you would see her just take flight and how majestic she looked, she was absolutely gorgeous. I was completely mesmerized by the beauty of her wings. Godzilla, what can you say? Godzilla's just so cold. Okay, there's no reason why that got. I'm so pleased with how they made Godzilla look in these movies, and then not only that, they even he even gets a new ability. This man, I don't want to spoil it, but I'm gonna say this: he gets a super. His new ability is very similar to one of Superman's new superpowers. Very similar, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Seeing all these monsters on screen at once, it's like you have to have a budget to do something like this. Because if you don't, these monsters are going to look like utter trash. And I like how the little subtle hints at other kaiju. You'll see names throughout the movie of other kaiju. Kong, you'll see like Kong, for instance. And other different other kaiju that's around we may get a movie for. Some of them with names, some of them without that show up, and I think it's really cool that we were able to get sneak peeks into this world of how the kaiju first got here, how they are like these huge titan like creatures, and it's like you couldn't imagine how. And I love also too how they kind of explain the results of them waking up. I thought that was really cool too. uh, Something I did not like about this film, I didn't like how they go back to the regular tropes of the humans are to blame. There's we are the pest problem and things. I hate that so much. Just this very nihilist look at humanity. Like I hate it so much because it's like it's almost like every what do I want to say? Every disaster film wants to kind of set that up. We're like, okay, well, humans are the problem. Okay, I don't need you to be preachy. I don't want this environmental preachy message. Give me the kaiju. That's all I want to see. That's all I came here for. I paid $20 to see a bunch of monsters fight each other. Okay, that's what I want to see. I don't need you to be preachy to me. I don't need the whole environmental message. Oh, I keep stepping on grass, so I'm killing the environment. I don't want to hear that. I just want to see monsters fight each other. Give me that, and I'm satisfied. And you have a satisfied customer. You don't have to add more. It's like for instance, when you get a dessert, for instance, and then while you're ordering your dessert, your waiter want to offer you like caramel toppings, chocolate toppings, different kinds of nuts, different kinds of fruit, and you're like, no, I just want whipped cream and ice cream and cake. That's all I want. Don't give me anything else. Thanks, but no thanks. Oh, are you sure we have this? No, thank you. I just want the whipped cream, the cake, and the ice cream. That's it. And that's one of the problems I had with this movie. I didn't like the whole preaching message. I thought that the humans did a really good job. Millie Bobby Brown, I think that's how you pronounce her name. Well, that's her name. Millie Bobby Brown did an excellent job in this in this movie. She did an excellent job. I will say I didn't like the fact that, and this is gonna sound kind of bold, but I didn't like the fact that she was playing 11, in a sense. She was she was still very silent, not really talking as much, talking with her eyes, not vocally. And I hope she don't fall into, while she's a teen, fall into that trap of I'm playing this silent role where I'm not gonna talk as much, but I'm gonna talk with my eyes. But I'm gonna have very limited lines. Felt like she should have had a lot more to say in this movie than just either one word or just one thing. I mean, she did have like extended dialogue in the movie, but it was almost like watching 11. And I mean, we're getting season 3 of Stranger Things in 4th of July, and exactly actually 1 month and 3 days from now. But I don't want her to fall into that trap. Seems like she's a really good actress, and I don't want her to fall into that. Oh, I'm only going to say a few lines, and I'm gonna talk with my eyes, and then that's it, and smile. I don't want her falling into that. The dad, I cannot remember his name. Let me see his. Forgive me. I gotta look at his name really quick because I don't remember his name. Uh, Oh, Kyle Chandler. Kyle Chandler did a really good job as the father. I thought that was pretty cool. Vera Farmiga, I think that's how you say her name. As the mom, she did her job. She did her job in the movie. The ending is not sad at all because it's her fault. So I had zero sympathy for her. Oh, and also too, the guy from Game of Thrones that played Tyrion's dad, Charles Dance, he played Tywin Lannister. He's in the movie. He basically was Tywin Lannister. That's basically what he was. If Tywin Lannister was an environmentalist, then there you go. You got the you basically got him again. That's basically it. Oh, O'Shea Jackson Jr., Ice Cube's son, did a really good job in this movie. He wasn't in he did a lot with a little, and I respect that. I really hope he does get more work. I hope he ends up being in more roles and doesn't get typecast into a certain role, or typecast in like average black films where he is either a thug or or there's a shooting or somewhere. I hope he's able to expand and broaden his horizon than to just be that one token black guy in the film, or to just be that one black guy that has a gun and introduced gun violence and has some type of violent acts with a gun. But he did a really good job. He actually has some nice little quips too. I would actually say that he's actually kind of quippy. Like he's kind of quippy in this movie, and I like that very much so. Uh, Special effects, like I said, special effects in this movie were really good. I loved how quippy some of the people were with their jokes. I loved it. I thought that was really cool. I love the underlying message in this film as well. This idea that you have these two characters. I don't want to spoil who, but you have these two characters. Both of these characters are on this path of revenge. But one character kind of zigs when the other character zags on that path of revenge, and the one that zags dies. Dies. And I like that. I like that whole idea that, you know, if you continue along this path of revenge, the person you're trying to get revenge against, the person you're trying to get revenge against, you're trying to act your revenge on, ends up living while you being the person that's seeking revenge dies, versus learning to forgive. And I like that message in the film, that underlying message of forgiveness and the importance of forgiveness. When even though even if it's not your fault, just that underlying message of forgiveness. I really like that. Um, there is an after credit scene as well, and it's very important that you stay for that because if you know anything about any of the kaiju, you know that this certain kaiju does end up coming back. Even in the older films, he's come back numerous times. Uh, Now, my hope, because I think this is supposed to basically lead into Godzilla versus King Kong. I think that's the next one that they're supposed to bring out, Godzilla versus King Kong. Which I'm like, okay, well, that's cool, but King Kong going to come with something because based off of this movie, King Kong should get floored, like floored royally. Like King, it should be zero contest. But I don't like because Godzilla don't look like he's getting nerfed anytime soon. He doesn't look like he's getting nerfed anytime soon. So with that being said, I really don't see King Kong being a contender to Godzilla. I'm sorry. Like I don't need to see Kong Skull Island to know that he has zero chance of beating Godzilla. And this fight is literally it's just him catching hands. But if it was me, I would start building based off of what was said in this film about one of the monsters, which I'm not going to spoil. Uh, I would say they need to start building to Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla or Godzilla versus Space Godzilla or something like that because I think that would be really cool. You could even do it where a company has seen a rival company to the company Monarch has seen what Godzilla has done, and it's a private Black Ops military. You can even make it where the U.S. does it. They build it's nanotech or it's some type of technology that is able to replicate, and they stole some of Godzilla's DNA from the fight, and from this, the nanites create a kind of techno organic form of Godzilla, and it's Mecha Godzilla. I think that would be really cool. And actually, I would even, and this might be a little blasphemous, but I would even employ some of the ideas from Transformers um, 4, where you had Galvatron and like he could pixelate or whatever and then transform into his robot form. I would even use that because you could even say a situation where he's a techno-organic virus where he can move throughout the computers and he will be a problem not only just for Godzilla but mankind as well because it's an actual virus that's taking down like sonar, satellites in space, making satellites crash, and other things that causes like other kaiju maybe from space coming to Earth because of the signal that Mechagodzilla sends out. That would even be something that would be kind of cool. Uh, just me spitballing ideas here. And then even making a situation where there's another tag match that sets up uh, between two of the creatures in this film, or I won't say tag match and handicap match, where two of the kaiju in this film that may or may not be alive. I'm not going to tell you that, but have them actually fight Mechagodzilla and have them actually have to take down this techno-organic virus kaiju that is wreaking havoc on the planet. And then you can also you could whether if it's a U.S. thing or even someone that is like overseas, so it's like they're in the black market, or it's like a dark. Yes, good idea. Make it a dark web situation where Mechagodzilla they create this techno-organic Mechagodzilla via the dark web, and from the dark web it creates an AI system that says, okay, well, yeah, like I think I want to be a Titan now. I see I have the DNA. We have the DNA of Godzilla, and I'm going to make myself a body. That body is going to be in the image of Godzilla, but it's going to be a very twisted, more darker version of Godzilla, not benevolent at all, and just have him just trying to wipe everything out that is organic, and that's organic in nature, i.e., people, animals, even other kaiju. You even can make it where this Mecha Godzilla is hunting down the other kaiju, and Godzilla has to step in because the kaiju are becoming an endangered species now because of this dark web Mecha Godzilla. I think that'll be a pretty cool premise, and that will be something that will be a good movie. And you could also, and if you want to go this whole preachy route, you can talk about the harmful nature of technology in a sense. But all in all, would I recommend this film? Absolutely. If you like kaiju, if you want to see cities blow up, if you like good CGI and not bad CGI like Transformers that I mentioned, um, 4 wasn't that bad. 5, The Last Night, god awful film. Um, but this is a battle of kaiju. So if you like that, you will thoroughly enjoy this film. If you don't like it, my wife not the biggest kaiju fan, but she said she liked the film, that it was pretty cool. So I would definitely recommend going to see this movie, giving it a fair shake. Like I said, there is an after credit scene, so definitely watch the after credits. Oh, also too, there is while the credits are playing, there is Easter eggs inside the newspaper clippings that they show you there. It's going to go really fast, but I definitely recommend you reading those because I think those are going to hint at what happens in the kaiju verse. I guess if you was to put a name to it, kaiju verse do actually sound kind of cool. I would actually recommend that they do that. If anybody from Warner Brothers is watching this video, I would definitely recommend that they use that kaiju verse. That would actually be a pretty cool name. But I would say like there that is kind of maybe throwing out some stuff out there to say, hey, do you like this? If you do, we can do it. But this was such an all in all such a fun movie to watch. This is like you don't have to overthink about this movie, especially coming off the heels of Endgame, and I went to go see John Wick, by the way, which is also an amazing movie. Just coming off of Endgame, and all that stuff that the bar that Marvel set up and everything with Endgame. I think this would be a really good. This is a really good movie. This is something that you can enjoy, and you can watch and enjoy and things like that. And yeah, so if you guys like what you see, you want to see more movie reviews and trailer reactions and things like that from SafePoint, please hit that like button. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys thought about the movie. No spoilers though. No spoilers though if you guys post it. And subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate it. For all other gaming content, podcasts, movie reviews, trailer reactions, and stuff like that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you when I see you. Peace.